Hi there, Jennifer here from Seeker's Lamppost, and I'm here to do a collective reading for the second week in July. So, first thing I want to talk about, because I have a feeling that a lot of us are having some trouble with this, is our tools and coping mechanisms that we use for self-care have now gone obsolete. The energy of the planet has shifted. As you know, the last 6 months we have actually experienced quite a huge collective shift, and it's really knocked us out of balance. So the things that we used to do to help us stay in balance and to align ourselves and to keep ourselves from losing our minds have gone obsolete, right? So we have to develop new skills. This is what I'm doing right now. I took a couple of weeks off because I was really exhausted. I really found myself, I was sleeping and everything. Well, sleep wasn't great, but it's never really that great. But I mean, it was more like a soul weariness. It was just like I was completely drained. Normally I don't mind when people message me and like private message me and ask me questions. Like that usually is cool with me, and I could chat, but I just found it so draining that I was actually worried about my health. I started to become like I could feel my body being affected by it. And I think we're all kind of in the same boat. So we have to learn how to create better boundaries and use different tools in order to help ourselves through this really, really difficult time, especially if you're a sensitive person. You know, I'm somebody who it's a curse and a blessing at the same time. You know, I really am a team player, but I'm also a very individual person. Like I walk to the beat of my own drum, but when the shit hits the fan, I'm a big team player. So masks, for example, I really don't think it's a big deal to wear a mask. I wear them if I'm in an enclosed place in a grocery store or somewhere. I wear them. I follow the arrows. It's an arrow. You go this way or you go that way. It's not rocket science. Not a big deal. Actually, a friend of mine was laughing, and I'm going to curse here, so I'm sorry if it offends you, but my catchphrase for 2020 is, it takes zero effort to stay the fuck away from me. Really, it does. Just stay away from me. Give me my space, and I'll give you your space, and let's just kind of like motor on. And it does have to do with fear, and it doesn't. I have an illness phobia, so therefore I'm a little bit more, triggered or stressed out in public places. But honestly, if to call me weak is such a bully thing to do, because I would gladly switch with somebody who doesn't give a shit so that I could get some peace. I went to a family outdoor barbecue on the weekend. I couldn't eat anything. I couldn't drink anything because of my OCD. And I'm like, I don't know where you've been. You could have been outside the province. You could have been here. You could have been there. I'm just not taking the chance. So I ended up having zero fun. And I'm sure that other people probably noticed, and it made them uncomfortable too. And I mean, that's unfortunate, but that's just the way I am. So it's a really difficult thing to deal with. I also wear a mask because I find it is respectful for other people. I have no problem respecting other people. It has nothing to do with control. It has nothing to do with rights and all of that bullshit. It has to do with just respecting your neighbor and trying to live together in harmony. And that's all it is about. It really isn't any big deal. Sorry, I went on a rant. I feel like somebody's watching me, but there's a tree right there. But anyway, so if you see me doing this all the time, that's why. So I think that I'm going to focus this reading on self-care. And let's just see what the cards have to say to expand on that. I did flip a numerology card, and I'm going to use the same one, but a deer fly or horsefly decided to attack me, and I was doing the old Phoebe here like this, so I deleted that video. But leadership is the card for us, which I really like, because according to the energy guides, the next 2 weeks are going to be about leadership. It's about harnessing that Mars energy, that fiery energy, and really stepping up, speaking out, and really kind of aligning yourself to whatever it is that you want to fight for, and to do it in a very balanced, healthy and creative way. So that energy is a great energy to have when you're going to start erecting boundaries and creating new ways for self-care. So normally I would have the video down, but it's just too hard. I can't do it here, and then you can't see the water. So I just wanted to let you know that I am shuffling cards right now, and I'm just going to pull some cards from this Rider-Waite deck. Yeah, first card that comes up is the Ten of Cups. Completion, right? Ten of Cups is the last card of the suit of cups. So emotions and intuition, creativity, and so there's your Ten of Cups. So this is what we want. We want a happy family. We want a happy way of living. So how do we do that? We have to take the reins, and we have to make it happen. You can't just think it's going to come to you. You have to actually go out there and make yourself happy. Make your family happy. So here's the Five of Wands. So we've got 5 people in competition, or I always look at this card and I always think this is just such a ridiculous card to have. First of all, the 5 is all about change and evolution, but it's also the number of humanity. So these guys are fighting a battle that really everybody is on equal ground, and it really doesn't matter if you win it or not. That's kind of how I feel with this card. It's sort of like you're better off just to walk away from these fights. People say choose your battles. It's kind of like that, but it's just sort of like, why get down in the muck about old crap that doesn't matter anymore? We're here to start something new. So this card here is like, take your creativity and take your ideas and step out of this little gaggle of people, and be your own person, and make your life happen the way you want it to happen. Of course, the Death card shows up, which is no surprise. The Death card is simultaneous endings and beginnings. So we're being called by the major arcana, by the universe, to close a chapter and start a new one. Simple stuff. Simple stuff. Really, it doesn't take much to read these cards today. Very, very simple. So we've got the end of a cycle in the cups, indicating that we are going to have this happy family as soon as we decide that we're going to step up on our own, be the leader, take the reins of our own life, and make the changes that we need to do. And that does include closing a chapter in order to start a new one. So that's pretty simple stuff, right? See what the next card says. So, right. So then we have the Knight of Cups, which for me, knights indicate beginnings and endings once again. So there's the beginning. So by closing down a chapter, you've got a fresh, new, glorious, creative, even a new almost sense of being, a new feeling of joy and love coming. And it could be in the form of a project. It could be in a form of just simply doing your own thing to make yourself happy, but the Knights are definitely a beginning of something. It's if it's romance, of course, this card is the Lover card. I kind of worry about this card when I see it, because this Knight tends to be kind of in love with love. So just kind of watch that a little bit if you're applying this to a relationship. And right. Okay, so once we do that, once we establish this new way of thinking, this new way of creating, we're going to be blessed with all kinds of options. So a lot of people read this card as an illusion, to watch out for deception. But in this reading, with the other cards following it, I see this more of creating more abundance into your life, and just to make sure that you're keeping your balance and your harmony, so that you don't get greedy and you don't get overwhelmed with everything that's coming in. Just take it day by day, the flow, and to make sure that you're not taking too much and not giving to somebody else. It's all about, right now, I think that's what we're trying to learn, is how to live again together in unity and harmony, and to release this idea of control and power, and just allow ourselves to align with these these blessings that are coming our way with these new changes in this new way of life. So we've got that. So that's kind of a nice thing. Hey, and then we're going to end this little reading with the Empress, which again, rebirth. So everything is going to start coming into alignment once we decide to take hold of our own reins, to be the leader of our own lives, and to make the changes that we need to kind of open the doors to the flow of creative energy in our lives. And then we're going to see the birth of something amazing. So also the Empress, I kind of got the feeling too that when I got onto the abundance thing, the Empress is a great card to go with abundance, with that whole self-care and abundance, and attracting great things into your life, in all areas, in financial areas, with your home life, with your love life, with your family life. You want to see this beautiful Empress card. It's number 3. It has an alignment or an affinity with Venus, and it is, for me, 3 is about communication and expansion, and we're going to see the end of Mercury retrograde very soon. So I think things are going to really start to flow much better in the next couple of weeks. But like I said, according to all the energy people, the next couple of weeks are going to be full of fire and creativity and passion. And if you just choose to harness it, if you take the lead, because we're all being called to lead. Every single one of us are being called to lead in the, for the highest. So if you can do that, then your lives are going to really improve exponentially. And I'm really feeling great about this reading for the next week. Yay! All right, so again, I'm Jennifer at the Seeker's Lamppost. If you like the way I read, check me out on Instagram. I do some giveaways. I'm also open and taking sessions now. Just email me at jctarot@yahoo.com or send me a private message on Instagram, and I'll get back to you right away. Thanks so much for listening. Have a wonderful day, and take care of yourself. Oh, I just got this too. This too shall pass can apply for happy times too. I don't know why I have to say it, but I have to say it to somebody out there. So this too shall pass applies to the crap that we're going through right now, but you have to be grateful for every single thing in your life that happens for you, never to you, right? You have to empower yourself. So anyway, that's it for me. Have a great one, and take good care. Bye-bye.